Well, hi, this is Faye Sykes with Social Security Benefit Planners, and I am starting a brand new series talking about Social Security. I've been doing this planning around Social Security for about 5 to 7 years and have started a whole business just around helping people with this. What I have found is a couple main things is that, first of all, Social Security, being a government entity, cannot give you advice on your Social Security benefits. Now, you think like, hey, I'm going to call, they're going to, tell me what I need to know. Well, the thing is, if you do not know the right question to ask, um, they're not going to give you the answer that you need to know. So, what really comes around to this is that there's over 2,700 regulations that oversee Social Security. And I don't know about you, but I haven't myself even memorized all of them. I know quite a few. But basically what comes down to it, there's just an overwhelming amount of regs that oversee this very complex insurance program. And I know politicians might talk a little bit about this entitlement program on both sides. I'm here to tell you that this is not an entitlement program. You have earned this, and basically the way that Social Security works is that over the years you work and you pay in through a little line on your paychecks called FICA. And FICA, between you and your employer, is 15.3%. So this is quite a bit of money that's coming out on a monthly and annual basis for Social Security. Social Security essentially is a retirement program, it is a disability program, and is a life insurance program. And so I'm just going to give you guys one little story of a family that we helped not too long ago, where the mother had passed away. The dad was not in the scene with the children, and there was 3 kids under the age of 9. The grandfather was having to take over these grandkids, and he was in early 60s, new wife, just recently married in her early 60s as well. Well, she kind of raised her hand and said, hey, I didn't, sign up to raise 3 grandkids that are under the age of 9. And the mother's Social Security benefit was under $300 a month. So I don't know about you, but raising 3 children for less than $300 a month doesn't get you very far. So what we were able to do is really go through and look at their particular circumstance, and we were able to help them get about 44 grand a year, to the tune of, by the time the kids graduate, it's going to be over $550,000 worth of benefits. This gentleman had no idea that this was even a possibility, but there's all sorts of crazy rules out there that we can help people navigate and give them answers, give them the information that they need. So a lot of people don't really know enough about it. We do have a quiz on our website, so I would encourage each and every one of you to go and take the little quiz. It only will take you about 3 to 5 minutes, and then you can see yourself how much you know about Social Security. We find that because people don't understand what the rules are, that they struggle, financially, they struggle around with benefits and things like that. And, if somebody's in getting close to retirement, we can really help. And what we have found is, just to kind of give you a rule of thumb, is that for couples that make under 75 grand a year, we can on average, with proper planning, get them an extra $8,000 to $15,000 per year in retirement. For couples that make over 75 grand a year, it's about $15,000 to $30,000. We've literally had couples that were on track at age 70 to be at about 52 grand a year, and now they're going to be upwards of about $78,000 a year. What I'm saying to you is that this can be life-changing, and most people don't even realize that this is an option to do planning. Almost 50%, I think it was 49% of Americans elect to take Social Security at age 62. And I'm just going to tell you right now, please stop doing that without having the proper information, understanding how things apply to you. Because for the average American, it's anywhere from a 23 to 30% permanent reduction in your benefits for the rest of your life. That is like you raising your hand and saying, you know what, for the next, whether it's 1 year or 30 years or 40 years, I'm going to take a permanent 30% reduction in my benefits for not only me, but also for your spouse, sometimes your grandkids, your children, all of this. So having a customized plan, knowing really how things affect you, really make a difference. You know, if you've got comments or if you got questions or if you have different things that you would like to know about, please go ahead and put them in the comments now. You know, we will, certain ones we'll definitely address at a future video, and, you know, really would love to hear about what's going on with people out there. So we also have an ebook. So I have an ebook that's on my website that goes a little bit more into detail, gives some more of the numbers and things like that. You know, we try to make it a little bit more interesting so it's not completely boring. But if you want to go on there, we've got the quiz, we've got the ebook. We also have some testimonials and things from other folks that, you know, have benefited going through our program. But what I really want to do with these is give as much information and get people at least some basis that they know that they can get some help out there. And I know that there are people, I get calls all the time where they are desperate for assistance and help. I've got another little story I want to share. I had a widower who, she had been married for over 30 years and had been divorced, I believe, like 5 to 8 years. And we were sitting down and talking about Social Security and retirement and all of these type of things. Well, I'd asked her if her ex-husband was still living, and she looked at me and said, oh no, he had passed away 8 months prior. And I'm like, well, you need to reach out to Social Security and check on some widower benefits. And in her circumstance, she ended up getting about $300 a month extra. And I can't tell you how excited she was. And she knew, since I guess her and her ex-husband did not end on the best of terms, that he must be rolling over in his grave every month that she's getting that extra $300. Again, you know, we want to get as much information, help you, help your family out, you know, just to kind of give you a couple of ideas of things that we're going to be talking about in future episodes. For those of you that are interested in retiring or have worked overseas, there are all sorts of special rules that go around for expatriates. So we're going to go into some real detail around that. We're also going to be talking about LGBT benefits. So since that, you know, LGBT marriage became legal in 2015, there, you know, the whole kind of landscape for this has completely changed, and people that had domestic partnerships and things like that from the past might be able to have that applied to right now. Another thing that we're going to be talking about in an upcoming show is really on children's benefits. And there are children's benefits in retirement, disability, and at death, which a lot of people don't realize that. And so we're really going to, you know, dig into that a little bit deeper. Another big area is going to be for people that have been through divorce. So, you know, kind of going through, but, you know, if your ex is alive versus your ex passed away and you're not remarried and you're married over a certain amount of years, would make you eligible for some different kinds of benefits, depending on if they're alive or have passed on. And then straight up, if you're a widower, there's some different rules. You've got to be married for a certain amount of time unless it's an accident. And the rules for people that are widowed are very different in the sense of, you know, when disability and retirement and some things like that nature can, you know, start. There's going to be, with 2700 regulations, we're going to have a ton of different topics that we're going to cover. Just want to give you a little bit of a teaser of the things that are going to be coming up. But again, would really love to have your comments, questions, struggles, things that have been fantastic, you know, maybe that have happened. You know, we really want to hear these stories. Again, my name is Faye Sykes, Social Security Benefit Planners, and we are here to have you retire better. Please reach out to us if you've got questions, and we look forward to seeing you next week.